Cool. So, Daniel, we've got Daniel Sharifi here today from Score Media. How are you, mate?
Really good, Gary. How are you doing this morning?
Awesome, mate. So thank you so much for coming in. We're just going to have a little chat about you contacted us because you've been using our new RCS messaging system, and you were messaging me and let me know the difference it had made from using the old, well, it's still current, but the SMS app that we currently have, which there's some limitations around images in there and sending through SMS, but RCS allows you to send much more high resolution images and video uh, to receive and send, basically. So you were utilizing that you work with earthworks companies and you were getting messages with images and you're asking people to send through photographs to help qualify them as a client or to help qualify towards a quote, basically. That correct? And
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. So I have been beta testing your RCS feature, which is even in its beta stage, I think it's been really beneficial to us. So before the RCS feature came about, yeah, I was still using your service. It was still great. I think it was still a much better alternative to Twilio. However, it was just lacking one basic feature, which I was messaging you about quite frequently, just checking to see how you were going.
I know.
Because I knew that was going to make a huge difference to us. So the way our niche basically works, I work with a lot of earthwork specialists, and the way they quote is okay. So they run an ad on Facebook, and then the lead comes through to Go High Level. We send them a message to say, "Hey, so and so, Gary, thanks for your inquiry about earthworks in Brisbane. Please send us some details, including some photos to help us quote this for you." And then the customer would reply with anything. I guess, hey, I've got some sand that I need to remove in front of my house. Can you please quote this for us? And then we would ask them a few other qualifying questions, like such as, for example, do you have access for our equipment to get through? Is it the front of the house, the back of the house? Where is it located? And then also just send us a couple of photos so that we can visually see it and provide you with an estimate. So up to this point, up to the introduction of RCS, we could actually get all of the other information that we needed, like in what part of the house is the removal located, and do you have access for our machines to get through, but we could not get photos. So the customers
Yeah.
would still send us the photos that we requested, but obviously the previous version didn't have that capability to send those photos into Go High Level. So high Level would understand that photos have come through, and stop there. So sometimes customer would send the photos when we would ask them, but then the system wouldn't detect it, so it would send them a follow-up reminder. Hey, Gary, sorry to bother you. Could you please send those photos? And then the customer would be like, hey, yeah, I've already sent you the photo. Didn't you get it? But
And
no,
just and
since
just to be clear for anyone looking at this, so this is like in our old SMS system, we could send images out of high level, but we couldn't receive them back in. So if people sent images back, they would go to the phone, but we were not able to pull them out of the phone into high level. But we fixed
yeah,
we fixed that in two places now, actually in our new SMS app, but also in RCS. So, but the RCS app, the RCS system will allow you to send those higher resolution images and video.
yeah, so it's actually made a huge difference now. So before this, because I couldn't get photos, I would have to get someone in my team to actually look at all of this stuff manually and then ping the owners manually to be like, hey, we have received all of the information that you need to provide a quote to this customer. Please provide them with a quote. But since the start of the RCS, since we can actually get photos delivered into high level, the system can detect that photos have been received. It just sends a quick message to the customer saying, thanks, Gary, for providing all of the information we need. We have to send this to the quoting team now, and they'll be with you very shortly. So then, right now, it's very automated. Our manual involvement has been reduced to almost zero. And as soon as the photos and all of the other information have been received, the system already pings the owner directly to say, hey, everything has been received. Please log into Lead Connector or have a look on your phone and provide a quote to this person. It's pretty much as simple as that nowadays, cutting our manual work to almost nothing.
That's awesome, mate. So you've saved time, saved effort, and automated that process now because you can push all those images through, which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
and not to say that we have reduced all of our Twilio fees as well. So I don't have to do this with Twilio anymore.
Yeah.
I can just do it with this. And yeah, I'm not paying anything for Twilio anymore. Just pay the one myCRMSIM plan and then just deploy that across all of my customers right now. So yeah, it's made a huge improvement in the way we do things right now. So yeah, I'm not sure when it's going out of beta, but yeah, I'm sure there's a few issues that you guys are probably ironing out, and yeah, hopefully it'll be
No,
deployed
it's
soon.
ready. It'll be whenever anyone's seeing this, it'll be out now. By the time anyone sees this, it's all done. We're just putting the landing pages and stuff together for it, so that will be out now.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
Awesome, mate. What would you say to anyone who's thinking about trying myCRMSIM for their agency?
Well, I guess, yeah, it just really depends on the volume of messages that you're sending. So if you're like a one customer and you send two messages a day via Go High Level, then you're probably not going to save yourself
Probably not.
anything. But
Yeah,
if you've got anything more than one customer on your books, it's a no-brainer. You're going to save a ton of money. And you're going to save your clients a ton of money, which in turn, they're going to get a better return on their marketing efforts, and they're going to be happier, so they're going to stay with you longer. So now I'll definitely highly recommend that. There are a few other things that my CRM solves as well, not just the cost. And I think that is, getting your ATP set up and then just worrying about the daily SMS limits, and then also at the same time worrying about when your SIM card or your number is going to get blocked and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, it smooths out a fair bit of the stuff. Obviously, you still have to use it properly, but no, I have personally saved a lot of money using my CRM SIM. My clients have saved a lot of money, and I have personally saved a lot of headache as well at the same time. So no, I would definitely think it's a no-brainer if you're, doing this seriously and you're serious about your business.
that's awesome, mate. Thank you so much for your time, Simon Daniel. Really appreciate it, mate.
No worries, Gary. Anytime.